Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. We are going to go fast. We are going to be lean and mean, and we are joined by Miss Sarah Frazier.
David, okay, wait, hold on, David. I'm so sorry. This is
You're
not
having
recording.
technical issues within the first
Yes, yes.
1 second of it. Sarah, this is a
Hold
professional
on.
operation. This is BravoCon was last week, guys. BravoCon was last week. So you're listening to this a week after. It's not, can I just explain something before we start?
Okay, we're going. We're good. We're good. Keep going.
Not that I have a bee in my bonnet. It's kind of like if you pull into the parking lot, say that you are going to see the Pretty Mess tour and Erica Jane is performing tonight. Now, I know most of you are probably staying home this evening because you're over Erica, apparently. But those of us that are attending the Pretty Mess concert, imagine pulling into the parking lot.
Yes.
And this parking lot is so exclusive. There are there are 6 parking spaces in the parking lot.
Okay.
Now, if all 6 parking spaces are taken, the Monday parking space is taken, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday parking space is taken. The Saturday parking space costs you a little more money because it's VIP. All 6 parking lot spaces are taken. So you're sitting in your car and you want to park, but all 6 spaces are taken. Guess what? You can't park in that parking lot. All 6 spaces are taken. Parking lot full. So when David and Sarah record a show, I could have a show ready in 20. I could hang up with Sarah Frazier right here, and I could have a show out to the public within an hour. Guys, there's a 3-month wait list. I've said that before. So when Sarah and I record and it's 1 week behind, I mean, either deal with it or don't listen. I'm not even trying to be rude or mean. I'm in a very calm mood this morning. There's nothing I can do. I am not bumping Jerry O'Connell today. I'm not, bumping. Ooh, yeah, Jerry's a good one.
That's a really good get. Yes. I don't blame you. I wouldn't, I wouldn't push anyone for that either.
No. And there's a lot more where that came from. It's just, I don't know what's going on. I literally, this is not a brag. It's not about me. I don't give a shit about myself. There's just, people are coming out of the woodworks here to record. So every time you and I record, it will be out 1 week after. And it's still current. And David, that is what it is.
Our fans love us. Can I shout out Craig, who wrote a wonderful message?
Sarah's going to start with patting herself on the back this morning. Go on.
Craig writes, "Hi, hon. I love you and David Yontef. Such a fun duo. Louis, listening to the newest episode, keep saying your opinions. You two always are going to offend people these days. We live in a world where no one can have their own opinions anymore. I don't always agree with you and David's opinions, but that's fine. It's good to have different ones. Keep up the good work, hon. Sending you both love from the UK."
And you know what? You sent that to me. I know this Craig. I mean, I don't know him as a person. I just know him as he listens and he is very loyal to our show. So, I mean,
shout out Craig.
I know his last name, but I don't know if he wants us to reveal it on air. But I mean, that was a positive. Yeah, listen, our opinions are, you are going to disagree. I'm going to offend you guys. People are really offended. By the way, people take so many things out of context. So many things.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what we live in, right? I mean, I now no longer. Yeah, go on.
No, I don't want to interrupt you because apparently I interrupt you all the time. So you go on.
I don't care. No, I just said now I have an approach now, which is I came up with a clever saying yesterday, but of course I didn't write it down. But anyway, I am now because people take everything out of fucking context. Nothing is ever what it appears. When you listen to an entire interview, it's completely different than the snippet that they pulled. And I just had this happen to me. Okay, little quick brag. I was on Dumois' podcast, Do You, all right?
Big stuff. Big time, Sarah.
Okay, big time shout out. So just on her show, and I started talking about Scarlett Johansson. There was a blind item that essentially Scarlett Johansson is sucks in bed. And I go, doesn't she look like a lazy lay, as a joke? And then I went on and said, look, if I were a superhero, I wouldn't put any effort in either. People on TikTok took that little snippet of she's a lazy lay, and they were trying to cancel me and make something of it, saying, women hate women. Can you believe this woman? She calls herself, first of all, I don't call myself a fucking journalist. I've never have. I've said it a million times. Can you believe journalist Sarah Frazier?
Oh, I call myself a journalist.
You do?
Yes, I do. And by the way, someone on TikTok said that you and me are better than any other journalist they've ever listened to. They called us journalists, but go on.
Okay, well, I never went to school for that. I'm a horrible writer. I can hardly spell my own name. And so they tried coming for me. And I was like, absolutely not, you fuckers. And I went on their thing and I was like, it's me. You control me all. You control the fuck out of me if you want. And then they were just like, you bitch, tearing people down. You're trash. You're no one. I've never heard of your name. Great. Terrific. But again, you took this entire thing out of context to try to make it sound like I was like actually saying she's bad in bed when it was a joke. So I'm so over it. Anyway, how do we get on that tangent?
Well, no, I mean, to that point, and then we'll move on to that. We'll talk about BravoCon. Same thing, Kim, D, and I mean, everyone, I'm like, and again, you have that attitude. I have the attitude of, I didn't say it. We all know the popular saying, but people forget it. You can't control anyone's actions. You can only control your reactions. That is the motto for life, guys. Adopt it, listen to it, say it 5 times now. Later today, when you get pissed off at someone, just say you can't control their actions. You can only control their reactions. So everything is rolling off me. But Kim and I did a chat, and it was about Reunion Part 1 of Beverly Hills, which we can talk about. Garcelle versus Diana, and Kim and I said, and I stand by my statement. I'm not.
What is that?
So same thing. People are we're trying to cancel me. I'm like, cancel me. I don't. Please cancel me. Please put me out of my misery and let me shut down this whole show. Please. But that's not happening. But they said they couldn't, because Kim and I said we see both sides of it. Not any of these horrible, hateful things that were said to Jax. We're like, we see why Garcelle is like, wait, I mean, 100%. Like when I'm going through all of this, you want me, or maybe it was you and I were talking, maybe it wasn't Kim, maybe it was me and you, but either me and Kim were trying to be canceled or me and you. But I think it was Kim. It was like, we said like, look, when all this was happening, we understand why Garcelle, Jax is putting this out there. Garcelle is not, as she said, wait, I'm going to stop it. I'm supposed to take care of Erica and Kyle and Diana and Lisa. And Erica was like, don't worry about me. Of course, I agree with Garcelle. Like, you're worrying about your child. You're not worrying about because Diana's name was in one of Jax's posts, remember?
Right.
So
yeah.
Kim and I said, we absolutely agree with Garcelle. We absolutely understand that Garcelle does not give a shit about Diana or Erica or Doree or anyone in that matter other than her son. And then we said, we also see the other side of it, which I stand by. I stand by it. First of all, everyone's like, Diana threatening Garcelle. Not whatever. But we were like, we understand why Diana sent that text to Garcelle, like, watch your back, bitch. Because if you put my family in danger, which Diana was saying by posting my name. No, I'm not saying I agree with that, but we're saying if you are going to do something that is going to put my family in danger, watch the fuck out. I'm coming for you. And that's all Kim and I said. It was Kim and we had some other things.
Sure.
And we were like, I get it. I understand why Diana sent that text to Garcelle. I will stand by it. I see both sides of that situation. And then that was taken.
Oh,
it was taken. I mean, it was also taken out of context people try to pull the race card. I'm like, don't even fucking try it. And people also, yes, the texts were inappropriate. I'm not talking about the subject matter of the text. I'm talking about that one text where she said to Garcelle, and basically she threatened Garcelle. And like, people were like, they took it out of context of like, this is a mother protecting her child, always team. It's like, you kind of missed the point. All we were saying was like, I would threaten someone too if they exposed my family to people showing up at my front door ready to bang my head into the ground.
Yeah.
That's all I said. And it was totally taken out of context. And I never even said whether it was a threat. I never said it was a very simple statement. So, but to your point, people take things out of control. But I don't know. Go on. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, wasn't that reunion so good? Part 1. I'm obsessed.
I love it.
I'm obsessed with